Hello yogis, welcome to your class today. Let's start in a seated position and grab an oil if you're using one. Today I'm just using a blend of wild orange, peppermint, frankincense and cinnamon, and I'm just going to rub a little bit onto my feet and just take a few moments to give my feet some love and just massage the oil. The feet have a lot of meridian points, and they're also connected to a lot of the organs in our bodies. So just take a few moments to massage your feet, even if you don't have an oil. Just giving your feet some love, some attention. And then when you're done, you can find a comfortable seated position, sitting up tall, and just taking the time to balance your body, finding your center. Just settling into your breath, settling into your emotions, your bodily sensations, just everything that you've brought to your mat with you today. And for today's practice, I want you to notice any no's or buts that come up in your mind. And instead, I want you to see if you can inwardly repeat, yes, thanks, instead. So this theme of yes, thanks comes to us as a reminder to say yes and thank you to whatever the present moment has gifted us. It's about acceptance of what is right now and just surrendering with acceptance. So just taking a moment to feel into that theme. Notice how it feels in your body. Yes, thanks. Instead of all the stories that we tell ourselves that we can't do this because of. So for the next hour, let's just shift that mindset and focus on this theme of acceptance. So just starting to deepen into your breath, listening to your breath. It's from this quiet place that we can really start to listen into the deeper parts of ourselves. We're going to take a few rounds of 4 square breath. So inhaling for a count of 4, holding for a count of 4, exhale for a count of 4, and hold the breath out for a count of 4. So let's start by taking a deep inhale through the nose and exhaling all the air out. And we'll begin inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Squeezing the breath out 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 4. Hold for 4. Exhale 4. And hold the breath out 4. Inhale 4. Hold. Exhale. And hold. 2 more rounds. Inhale 4. Hold the breath. Exhale. and hold. Inhale. Retain your breath. Exhale. And hold the breath out. God, take a nice deep inhale. And sigh it out on the exhale. Good. And when you're ready, gently allow the eyes to flutter open. Welcome to your practice. All right, so let's start on our hands and knees, coming into your tabletop position. We're just going to start with a little bit of cat and cow to move the spine and warm it up. So taking a deep inhale, let the belly drop. Your head lifts up. And exhale as you round, pull the belly in. Start to connect your Ujjayi breath. Inhale to arch. And exhale to round. And just continue a few more rounds in your own time, moving with your breath. And really just allow the breath to move fully through your body, matching your movement to your breath. Just practicing long, deep inhales and full, complete exhales. Let's take two more. Last one. Beautiful. And coming back to a neutral spine, we're going to step the hands, one hand's distance out in front. Start to tuck your toes under and make our way into our first downward facing dog. So just take a moment to stretch it out. Bend into one knee at a time. And just keep tuning into the space of your body, listening to your body. And it's through this deep inner listening that we can start to gain insight into ourselves, insight into the world. 3 deep breaths here. Last one, full inhale. Good, and then find stillness in your down dog, rooting deeply through your feet, pressing your heels down, press the mat away from you. Let your head hang. Good. And then slowly come up onto your toes, and you're going to walk your feet forward, coming into a forward fold at the top of your mat. Keep your knees nice and soft. And slowly roll the spine up, one vertebra at a time. When you get to the top, roll those shoulders up, roll them back, and let them settle down. Inhale, sweeping the arms all the way up, full breath in. Exhale to a forward fold. Deep breath in, halfway lift, lengthen. Good, right leg steps back, lower the back knee down, and inhale to sweep the arms all the way up, full breath in. Exhale, hands to the mat. We're going to step it back into your plank pose. Just taking a moment here to connect to your core. Just practicing deep, slow breaths. Good, and then take a full breath in. And exhale, lower knees, chest, and chin. Keep your elbows tucked in. Inhale into your baby cobra, point your toes back, hover your hands, and exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Right leg steps forward between your hands, lower the back knee down. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. And exhale, hands to the mat, stepping it forward, coming into your forward fold. Inhale, sweep your aura as you rise all the way up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Hands down by your sides. Inhale, reach. And exhale, forward fold. Full breath in, halfway lift, lengthen. Left leg steps back, lower the back knee. Reach your arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to the mat, step it back into your plank pose. Again, just taking 2 deep breaths here as you push the mat away from you. Engage your lower belly, engage your inner thighs. 1 more. Good, then deep breath in. And exhale, lower knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, baby cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg steps forward, lower the back knee down. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, hands to the mat. Step it forward, coming into your forward fold. Inhale, rise. Palms touch overhead. And then exhale, fold all the way down. Deep breath in, halfway lift, lengthen. Let's ground down, step back into your downward facing dog. And just take 5 deep breaths here. Close your eyes. Ground your heels, ground your hands. And just spread the light of your attention, the light of your awareness through the whole pose, from your fingers right through to your toes. Balancing effort and ease. Stira and Sukha. Keep tapping into your Ujjayi breath, finding that ocean sound on the exhale. Good, rising up onto your toes, bend your knees, look up at your hands, walk, step, or float it forward, coming into your forward fold. Inhale, reach the arm all the way up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Hands down by your sides. Inhale, sweep, full breath. Exhale, forward fold. Take a full breath in as you offer your heart forward. Right leg steps back, left leg steps back. Find your plank pose. Inhale deeply. And exhale, lower chaturanga. Point your toes back. Inhale into your cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Rising up onto your toes, bend your knees, walk, step, or hop it forward. Inhale halfway. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. And exhale, hands to your heart. So we'll move through 1 more round, really moving with your breath here. Hands down by your sides. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, forward fold. Deep breath in, halfway lift. Ground your hands down, step back, plank pose. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. 5 deep breaths. So just each breath in a way that you can touch yourself deeply on the inside. I want you to feel into the space of each breath. Nice, rising up. Bend your knees, look up at your hands, walk, step, or fly. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Good. Hands down by your sides. We're going to come into your tree pose. I want you to ground down into your left foot and bring your right knee in towards your chest. So again, I invite you, instead of using your hands to guide your right foot to your tree pose, use your leg muscles without your hands to place that right foot onto your inner thigh or onto your calf. Avoid your knees so we don't place any unnecessary stress on them. And then find a point in front of you to focus. Deep Ujjayi breaths, just cultivating this unwavering attention to detail on what you're doing and how you are breathing. Last breath. Good. Inhale, arms reach up. And exhale, sweep the hands down. Draw that knee in towards your chest and release the leg down. Good. And let's take it to the other side. So using your hands just to draw that knee in. And then release your knee and use your leg muscles to place that left foot onto your right inner thigh. Avoid the urge. And say, yes, thanks. Yes, thanks to the challenge. All right. Bring your hands to your heart once you've found your balance. And just connect. 5 deep breaths. Last one, inhale. Beautiful. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, sweep the hands down. Draw your knee back in and release. Good. Reach the arms all the way up, full breath. Exhale, taking your seat back, coming into your chair pose, Utkatasana. And we're going to hold it here for 5 breaths, just slowly starting to wake up the legs and build intensity. So draw your weight back, press your heels down, lift your toes, activate them. Arch into your lower back, lift your heart, and breathe. And say yes, thanks, to the quiver in your legs and chair pose. Say yes, thanks. Embrace it. One more. Inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, halfway lift. Ground your hands down, step back, plank pose. Chaturanga all the way down. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg reaches up high, 3-legged dog. Knee to your chest, hover forward and plank. Let's step that right foot forward to the top of the mat, coming into your high lunge. Building your pose from the ground up, reach the arms up, full breath in. And exhale, hands to the mat, stepping it back into your plank pose. Try not to drag that right foot, use your abs. Chaturanga if you're ready for a full one. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg reaches up high, 3-legged dog. Step it forward, or rather draw the knee in towards your chest as you hover. And then step it forward, high lunge. Arms reach up. So just use this movement and breath to create space in your body, space in your mind. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back, plank pose. Take your chaturanga. Inhaling up, dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Close your eyes. 5 deep Ujjayi breaths. Nice and slow. From the silence, all things arise. And we want to create that silence from which all that creativity and inspiration arises. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Rise up onto your toes. Bend your knees. Look up at your hands. Walk, step, or float. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, take your seat back. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Good. Just one breath here. And we're going to rise all the way up. Nice. Hands out to the sides. And you're going to bring your left elbow underneath your right. So left elbow under your right, coming into your eagle legs or eagle arms. And from here, we're going to bend into the knees. Shift your weight onto your left foot. Come up onto your right toes. Find your balance. And then slowly start to draw that right leg over the left. And you can either tap your toes down to the ground, or you can double wrap, placing the toes behind your calf. Take your seat nice and low. We're holding here. 5. Draw your weight back. 4. Keep your chest open. 3. Embrace the wobbles. 2. Last 1. Good. Slowly unravel the legs, unravel the arms, reach them all the way up. Exhale, chair. Good. One more breath. Deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands out to the sides. This time, bringing right elbow underneath the left. Sorry, other way, right? Left elbow underneath the right. Okay, so left elbow under the right. We're going to take our seat back, coming into your chair pose. And we're going to slowly start to shift your weight onto your right foot, coming onto your left toes. Once you have your balance, slowly start to bring that left leg and wrap it over the right, either tapping or wrapping. And breathe. Lower your seat, lift your heart. 4, 3, 2, and last 1. Beautiful. Unravel the legs, unravel the arms, reach them up. Exhale, chair. Full breath in. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And let's step back into your plank pose, moving through your vinyasa. So take your time to honor the breath. And we'll meet back in downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg reaches up high. Knee to your nose, hover. High lunge, step it forward. Arms reach up. Exhale, hands down to the mat, step it back, plank pose. Full breath. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg high. Knee to nose, hover, shoulders draw forward, round the back. Step that left foot to the front of your mat. Inhale, high. And exhale, hands down, plank pose. Full breath. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Find your breath. So the deepest expression of your breath moving through your body. Take this opportunity to close your eyes and deepen your breath. Let your exhale carry away any distractions. And keep centering your focus back into your body. Last full breath. Good. Rise up onto your toes. Bend your knees. Walk, step, or hop it forward. Inhale halfway. Exhale, bow. Bend your knees. Take your seat back. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Nice. Arch into your lower back. Lift your heart. One more breath. Good. And then reach all the way up to standing. Bringing your hands down to your sides. Okay. Bring your hands to your hips for a moment. You're going to step your left leg back. It's about 2 or 3 feet behind you so that the back heel is flat on the ground. Toes are facing forward. And you're going to bring your hands down onto your right thigh, both hands, one on top of the other. Take a deep inhale. And then exhale as you start to slide those hands down your right leg. And just find the edge that you want to work with today. The edge where you start to allow yourself to move beyond the ordinary into the extraordinary. Again, this could be the edge of your attention. It could be the edge of your breath, the edge of your physical stretch, or even the edge of your strength. Take 2 more breaths here. Beautiful. Now engage your belly, press your feet down into the mat, hands on your hips, and inhale to come all the way up. Nice. Step it forward, coming into your Tadasana. Let's take it to the other side. So stepping your right leg back. Make sure you're not standing on a tight rope, that you don't lose your balance. Both heels on the ground. Bring your hands onto the top of your left thigh. Inhale, long spine, and then hinge at the hips as you start to slide your hands down that left leg, coming forward, lengthening into your spine. So really just use these postures as a way to honor your body, as a way to promote health and healing, and to support you where you are. Got 3 more breaths here. Last one. Good. And again, ground down into your feet. Bring your hands to your hips. Engage your belly. Inhale, rise all the way up. And step it forward, coming into your mountain pose. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Full breath in. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Ground your hands down. You can step back to plank, or you can hop back to chaturanga. Moving through your vinyasa. Inhaling into your cobra, back bend. And exhale into your downward facing dog. And then find your down dog and take 5 deep Ujjayi breaths here. Breathing long, deep, and slow. Just taking this quiet time to tap in, to check in. Rise up onto your toes, bend your knees, look up at your hands, walk, step, or fly. Right up to the top of the mat, inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, take your seat back. Inhale, chair pose. One breath. Good, and inhale to rise all the way up. Bring your hands down by your sides. All right, this time we're going to take your pyramid pose once again. So we're going to step your left leg back about 2 feet behind you. And we're going to either grab a hold of opposite elbows behind your back, or you can bring your hands into reverse namaste. So pressing your palms together in the center of your back, really squeezing those elbows and shoulder blades together. Take a deep inhale. And then exhale as you slowly and very mindfully start to fold forward. And I really want you to practice this deep inner listening to discern how deeply you want to go. Holding 3, 2, and 1. Good. Inhale, rise all the way up. Release your hands from behind your back. We're going to swivel over to the left side of your mat. So turning your toes to face the long edge or the corners of your mat, your heels are in, and we're going to come into your temple squat. So bending into your knees, bringing your hands at your heart center, and just a gentle sway from side to side. Nice. Take one more breath. Good. And then come back to center. Straighten into your legs. Turn your heels out so that your toes are pointing towards the long edge of your mat. Bring your hands and interlace them behind your back. Pressing your palms together. Squeeze the shoulders, open up the heart, full breath in. And then exhale as you fold forward, hinging at the hips, extending those arms back. So if you are struggling with balance today, feel free to release the hands down to the ground. Otherwise, keep extending them up towards the ceiling. Allow your head to drop down towards the earth. And find your Ujjayi breath. Last full breath. God, if your hands are extended, take your hands down to your lower back. Release your clasp and just bring the hands down to the ground. Inhale to find a halfway lift. Ground down into your feet, engage your belly, bring your hands to your hips, and then inhale to rise all the way up. Turning your right toes to face the front of your mat. Bend into your front knee and find your warrior 2. Just find that edge within the posture. Deepen into your breath. So that edge is that place you go to where you can start to increase your strength, increase your capacity to be still, increase your level of patience. Good, one more breath. And then slowly straighten into your front leg. We're going to start to hinge forward, reaching the right arm as far forward as you can, bringing your right ear to your right bicep. And then when you can't reach anymore, keep your torso where it is. Reach your right hand down to your ground or to your leg, and left arm reaches up. So you've got this beautiful length in the side waists. You're not collapsing into the side. Take your gaze out in front of you. Keep that length in the spine, crown of the head moving forward for 3 more breaths. Last one. Beautiful. We're going to bend into that front knee and come into your extended warrior variation, reaching the top arm all the way overhead. So you get that nice long line of energy. Feel for opening your heart up towards the sky, and we're holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release your left hand down to the ground, swivel onto your back toes, and we're going to step it back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, rock forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, down dog. 5 deep Ujjayi breaths here. Wrap your shoulders. Broaden into your upper back. Draw those sit bones down to your heels. Find that stillness. Last full breath. Beautiful. You're going to walk your hands back to your feet, right at the back of the mat. And from here, you're going to heel toe your feet out so that your toes are pointing to the long edge of your mat. Heels are in. You're going to bend into your knees, come into your Malasana squat. So you might need to adjust your feet and just setting them up for a distance that is comfortable for you. And then bring your hands to your heart. If you need some support, you can place some blocks under your heels or under your sacrum, under your pelvis. Hands at your heart space. Good. One more breath here. Deep inhale. And exhale. Nice. Release your hands down to the mat. Slowly start to lift your hips up. You're going to heel toe your feet back in together so that your toes touch, heels are slightly apart. Bend your knees, take your seat back. Inhale, chair pose. And exhale, hands to your heart. Take a full breath in. And exhale, we're going to twist to the right. So taking that left elbow onto the outside of your right thigh. If you struggle to place it on the outside, you can always place it between your knees. And if you want to take this a little deeper, extend the arms. The left hand comes down to the ground, right arm reaches up. One more breath. Good. Bring your hands back together, palms touch. Inhale to center and exhale, forward fold. Nice. Walk your hands forward, coming back into your downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale and a full exhale. Rise up onto your toes, keeping your legs as straight as you can. Walk your feet forward, coming to the top of your mat. Inhale, rise the arms all the way up. And exhale, hands down by your sides. All right, so placing your hands onto your hips, we're going to step the right leg back, coming into your pyramid on the other side. So depending on what you did on the one side, if you took a reverse namaste or if you were holding onto opposite elbows, if you were holding onto opposite elbows, just change the cross of your elbows. Otherwise, you're bringing your hands together in prayer behind your back. Take a full breath in and exhale as you fold. Again, just finding your edge. Allow your head to hang. Every breath, a way to touch deeply on the inside, to awaken the deepest parts of ourselves. 2 more. Last one. Good. Inhale, rise. Good. And release your hands. Swivel over to the right. So coming into your temple squat on the side. Heels in, toes out. Bring your hands to your heart. Bend into your knees. And again, just a gentle sway from side to side. Inhale, come to center, straighten into the legs. Turn your heels out, toes forward. Bring your hands to your hips. Take a full breath in. And exhale, hinge and fold. Heart leading. Head comes down last. Bring your hands down to your mat. And if you can, you're going to grab a hold of your big toes with your peace fingers and your thumb. Inhale to find length. And then exhale to fold. Pull yourself in. Draw those elbows out. 5 deep breaths. Last one. Releasing your big toes, bring your hands down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, pause. Ground into your feet, bring your hands to your hips. Engage your belly, inhale to rise. Turn your left toes to face the front of the mat and come into your warrior two. So I want you to use this pose to move into a deeper relationship with your body. A deeper ability to feel what's going on. So keep that knee in line with your toes, arms reaching out. Let that right hip kind of face the top right corner of your mat. Lunge deeply. See if you can find a perpendicular line with your front thigh. Or a parallel, rather. One more breath here. Nice, and then straighten that front leg. Let's set up for your triangle pose, Trikonasana. So start to hinge forward. We're not releasing the arms just yet. So reach, reach, reach until you can't reach anymore. And then, without moving your spine, just bring that hand down to the ground or to your shin and reach your right arm up. Lean your torso back. Open up into the heart. Reach through the crown of the head. Connect to your breath. Ground through your feet. 2 more breaths. Beautiful. We're going to bend into that front knee and come into your extended side angle. So hand comes down to the ground. Reach your top arm overhead. Inhale to reach through that right hand. Exhale to revolve your chest. 4 more breaths. Last one. And release that right hand down. Swivel onto your back toes and step back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. About 5 deep breaths. Just breathing deeply. Saying yes, thanks to this moment of rest. Yes, down dog is a resting pose. Just seeing if you can embrace this pose as you embrace movement. Last full breath. Good, rising up onto your toes, keeping your legs as straight as you can. Walk your feet forward. Good. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Hands down by your sides. All right, we're going to come into a balanced posture, dancer's pose. So I want you to ground into your left foot and start to bend into your right knee, grabbing a hold of your right ankle with your right hand. You're going to reach your left arm up towards the sky. Take a full deep inhale And then exhale, start to lean forward. So reaching that right leg up. Keep lifting the heart. Find your drishti. Just allow your breath to enliven the pose. Make space, bring life. One more breath. And slowly come back. Releasing that right leg. Okay, let's take that to the other side. So ground down into your right leg or your right foot, bend into your left knee, grab a hold of the left ankle and reach your right arm up. So I want you to try in this dancer's pose, instead of leaning all the way forward, try and keep that right arm as high as you can and lift the left leg as high as you can, all right? So taking a deep inhale. Now you will need to lean slightly forward so you can start to lift that left leg. And holding it here, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Slowly release. Let it all go. Come to the top of your mat. Bring your hands to your heart. Let's take one final sun salutation. Hands down by your sides. Inhale, reach, full breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Deep breath in, halfway lift. Ground your hands down, right leg steps back, left leg steps back, plank pose. Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. 5 deep Ujjayi breaths. Last full one. Good. And you're going to lower your knees down to the mat. Just cross your ankles and take your seat back. And then bring your feet out in front of you. Keep bending into your knees. Extend your arms out. Take a full inhale. And then exhale, slowly start to roll down. One vertebra at a time until your back is flat. Good. Keep your knees bent and walk your feet in towards your sit bones. We're going to set up for a bridge pose. Just taking a few more back bends before we close off. So hands, palms facing down, arms alongside your body. Take a nice deep inhale. Tuck your tailbone. Press down into your heels as you start to lift your hips, your spine, your chest. And here you've got a few options. You can stay as you are, or you can interlace your hands behind your back, walking your shoulder blades in a little closer towards each other to lift your heart a little higher. Keep the back of the neck nice and long. Deepen into your breath. Last 2. Last 1. Good. Now from here, if your hands are interlaced, release your hands. You're going to bend into your elbows and place your hands onto your back. So you might even have to come up onto your toes. Okay, so just walk those elbows in. We're just holding it here. We're not taking it further. Just lifting up. Hold here. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release, lowering the spine down one vertebra at a time. Tailbone comes down last. Nice. All right, so I'm going to give you the option to come back into a bridge pose, or if you'd like to take a full wheel, you can do that too. So for a full wheel, for those that want to come into bridge, you can take your bridge now, and you can also just play with placing your hands underneath your hips. If you want to take it a little deeper, play with drawing one knee in towards your chest and maybe extending it up towards the sky in your bridge. Otherwise, you're going to bring your hands alongside your ears with your fingers facing your shoulders. The elbows are pointing up, so don't let them fall out to the sides. They have to support you. Your feet are close towards your sit bones, hip distance apart. Take a deep inhale and exhale to push all the way up. Let your head hang. Push your chest forward. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tuck your chin as you lower the back of your head down to the ground, and then lower your spine. Now, before you bring your knees into your chest, just let those knees touch. Just rest your hands onto your belly. Take a moment. Good. Last 2 breaths. Nice. And then bring your knees in. From here, we're going to draw your knees all the way over to the right, keeping those knees up nice and high. Extend your arms out to the sides. So the shoulders are grounding down into your mat. Heart is open. And from here, you're going to slide your right leg, so the bottom leg, all the way down, straightening into it. So your left hip is still stacking on top of the right. If you want to take a deeper twist and just take it up a notch, you can extend through your left leg, grabbing a hold of your left toes with your right hand. Keep opening up into the chest, into the heart. Left shoulder drawing down. For 5, 4, 3, last 2. Nice. And then slowly bring the knees in together. And then draw them to center. And let's take that over to the opposite side. So the knees fall over to the left. Hips are stacking. And then when you're ready, slide the left leg all the way down. Let that right shoulder soften. Collarbones spread wide. And then if you do it on the other side, you can start to straighten into your right leg, grabbing a hold of your right toes with your left hand. Soften into your facial muscles, relax your jaw. Let your tongue soften on the roof of your mouth. And a nice big yes, thanks. Just a deep acceptance for where we are in our lives right now and on our mats. One more breath. Good, and slowly slide those knees in towards each other, keeping them on the left. And then inhale to rise them back up to center. Wrap your arms around your shins. Inhale, lift your head up, squeeze everything in. And then exhale, slowly begin to release and set yourself up for your final resting pose. Coming into Shavasana. So really spreading your body wide, feet flop out to the sides, arms alongside you. Shoulders soft, hips are soft, legs are heavy, back of the head is heavy. Eyes are softly drawn inwards. And just allowing yourself to completely let go here. Now say yes, thanks to Shavasana, and deepen into it. And slowly and very gently begin to awaken, bringing yourself back, deepening into your breath, inviting movement to your fingers and your toes. And then slowly and very gently reach your arms all the way overhead to give yourself a nice big full body stretch. Gently begin to draw your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a hug. And then slowly roll over onto your left side, using your arm to support your head. Take a moment just to integrate. And then when you're ready, gently bring yourself to seated, facing the front with your eyes closed. Bring your hands to your heart. Gently bow your chin to your chest. And let's visualize putting the best of ourselves forward into the day or the week and really touching people from our hearts, allowing ourselves to be touched so that we can live authentically and make a difference. And it all starts with acceptance. So let us take this acceptance off our mats with us today. From my heart to yours. Take a deep inhale and sigh it out. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through your practice today. Until we meet on the mat again, the love, light, and understanding in me bow in honors to the love, light, and willingness in each of you. Namaste.